Hey, my friends and fellow Americans and fellow freedom lovers of the world. I tell you why I came. I just had a hot second. You know how this was. And I'm going to have you go to this site. I'm new to StreamYard, so I just saw that there was a link. So I'm going to give you this YouTube link. Really want you to go there. It's YouTube, youtu.b/ capital S B, capital J W, capital M, capital Q7, capital J N8. And just give me a moment. I'm going to put it in here in the chat and I'll tell you why. And then we're just going to have a little chat because we are all freedom loving Americans and citizens who want to be free now, aren't we? This is what I believe is that we have had a situation for some time, and you know our situation with a government agency shutting us down and having no due process. Well, this is not about me. It's not about our company. It's not about the executives that have lost everything. But imagine if it was you and a government agency just came in, handed you papers, and everything you've owned in your whole wide world was just gone, vanished, couldn't get it, couldn't get food, didn't know about shelter, didn't know whether you were going to be able to put gas in your car, didn't know whether your children could go back to college. This is what I've been living through some amazing executives for the last 18 months. Now, for those of you that are new to this, we took this all the way to the Supreme Court via amicus brief, 9-0 Supreme Court ruling. But then, as we say, P.S., there's more to the story. What the more to the story was this. The FTC went back to Congress, even though they got a smackdown, 9-0, what they had been doing for 45 years, since yours truly, the 67-year-old health coach being thrust into being an activist, was in college. Yes, 1974. I was a sophomore in college. And the FTC has been using this rule and massaging it so that there's no due process. You're guilty until proven innocent. Okay, if you're new to this, I'm just going to say this again. You are guilty until proven innocent. I've got a question for you. Is that America? It's not my America. We, the people, banded together through social media. This is why I'm asking you to go to this link. I'm asking you to band with me together, just this one time. And as we say, get in where you fit in, wherever that is. Mama Bear is asking you. Yes, Jody Bear turned into activist for this freedom that we say, our nation's capital, our American loving freedom. So back to the story. Here we were thinking we'd won 9-0. The Supreme Court ruled in our favor. This was the rest of the story. The FTC went back into Congress and pleaded with them to make legal again, which was found illegal by the highest court in the land. This is my next question for you, ladies and gentlemen. If the highest court of the land goes ahead and interprets law, should you be able to go around that? If you do and are, there's no highest court in the land now, is there? It's plain and simple. It is that simple. So what we have learned is that, yes, fast track this bill, HR 2668. And this is a site where you can get involved and get in where you fit in for America and for American business. Now you say, well, I'm an employer. I don't know whether this will ever, if this will ever affect me. Do you get a paycheck? Do you get someone who actually pays you? They own a business. And we have information. It wasn't by us. It was by a peer-reviewed law review by Angel Reyes. and his paralegal assistant, who is a law student from the University of Michigan. The Buffalo Law Review, look at it. It is, does the FTC has blood on its hands? Does the FTC have blood on its hands? People were annotated in that peer review article, committed suicide, lost their life because they lost hope. Well, we are giving it back in the hands of the people when you join us. And yes, you can DM me on Instagram if you want any more information. You can go to t3movement.com to make a legal donation to our defense if you choose. But this is not about me, remember. It's not about our company. It's about you and your hopes and your dreams for America. That's why when we saw that the people in Congress just fast-tracked this in and got it to where it was passed in the House of Representatives. I was on the road going up the turnpike. I live in Florida, and I literally had to pull my car over. I got such a sickening experience. Have you ever been so sickened by something that I'm going to lose my cookies? That's exactly what I thought about it. This is going to happen, not in my car. I pulled over. I regrouped myself, as I do as a health coach. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And then it came to me. I talked with an affiliate that was in Kentucky, where our manufacturing and warehouse plant is. Some of the manufacturing, but definitely where we warehouse the plants. I said the products. There's a plant there outside of Lexington. I said, we need to go to Mitch McConnell. He's Senate Minority Leader. We need to go to Mitch's office and then go to Rand Paul. Here we have a CEO and a founder, Mr. Jay Noland, who was the first pro athlete out of Clark County in Winchester, Kentucky. Retired, came back and brought his company back to his hometown. Is that giving back? Is that the American dream? Giving back, having a dream, making it to fruition to help minions. This is what we did. Now you will see in this video, Scott Harris, our president of our company, he's known as the Rhino. That profile, he looked like he was a rhino. There was a groundswell like none other that I have seen. Hundreds of people came out. Mitch McConnell in his office, I had a meeting with the office manager. Now, flew from Florida to Nashville, got a 3.5-hour drive and got there for my appointment at 1:00. They chose to not see me. Yes, they chose not to take the thousands of copies of a letter to Mitch McConnell that says, stop HR 2668. This is in your backyard. Enough is enough. Well, we got an interview with Spectrum News, the local news station in Lexington. Then the next day we went on and had a wonderful reception in Rand Paul's office in Bowling Green from Babette Franklin. What a lovely lady. This is how we made it happen. What did we do? We had a time with Babette outside Rand Paul's office. Let me tell you what. In Kentucky, it was 100 degrees and 105% humidity. I think that bluegrass of Kentucky just gives off CO2 like crazy to make more humidity. But she stood and listened to our story. And we made it personal with Scott Harris, our president, whose sons played travel soccer with Rand Paul's son in the day. Tommy Saka, our other executive, who had eye surgery when it wasn't Senator Paul, it was Dr. Rand Paul, ophthalmologist. She gave us a wonderful response. And then we were buoyed to go to the News 40 station, a local affiliate with a couple of major news players, one of which was NBC. And I believe, not looking at my notes, this is kind of spontaneous. Mama Bear does do that, you know. It's this way. We just went ahead and went outside. There were There was no entrance around one part of the building. So we walked around, we came in, gave them our press release by none other than Kara Kennedy, and from her company, which is Inspired Southerner. They looked at the information. They were very, very welcoming, not only to myself, but a couple of other affiliates. We came in to the lobby because remember, it was 100 degrees and 110% humidity. Gave us ice water. I thought they were going to bring out lemon meringue pie. They were so nice. Well, Tej, the news reporter, said that the main person was not there. She was out on assignment. Fine. We left. Now, we did have our sign that says, stop, HR 2668. But then, this is the part that just fried my American kazoo. We are the land of the free, the home of the brave. Well, I'm asking you to be brave with me, because this person who remained anonymous almost mowed down a 6-year-old, just ran over him and came to me and said, what are you doing here? Inciting a riot, this mob. Y'all, I'm Mama Bear. I'm a 67-and-a-half-year-old grandmother of 5. Am I going to incite a riot? Am I going to have a mob? I said, sir, we were invited. Tell me your story. We had our cameras rolling. Never told me his name. Was interviewing me. And this is what happened. Now, if I'm lying, I'm dying. He listened to our story about Winchester, Kentucky, a company that was shut down, no due process, 7,000 people losing their jobs right at the apex, the very beginning, I should say, of COVID. And then we had no money going into the apex of COVID. And even now, we told him about the Supreme Court. He goes, are you done? Are you done? I said, this was all has come about because of one thing. And I leaned over to Jay Nolan and I pointed at his skin. I said, because this is racially charged. And he said, we're done. We're done. This News 40 radio station decided to be done with this interview. Now, I don't know about you, but I bleed red. And on this issue, I bleed red, white, and blue. We made this compilation video, Enough is Enough, so that you can see and hear the passion. Because if it's happened to our business, if it's happening over and over and over, and this building is now in the Senate, it's on the Senate, it has not gotten to the Senate floor yet. That's why I'm asking you to get involved. Just with a lot of people doing just a little, we can make a difference. Enough is enough. What happened here? Yes, this is what happened. We have gone ahead and made a website. It has all the information, Supreme Court, our plight, all the way up to Congress, going ahead and pushing it through the House of Representatives. And we believe there are a few key senators that we have earmarked that we're asking you to write letters. You can sit on your computer at home and hit democracy.io, send a certified letter, and done. It's done. You don't even have to go to the post office. I'm asking you to send 6 letters and then ask 5 of your friends to send 6 letters, including Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul. Do it today. This is one of those TNT things. It's a stick of dynamite in our hands. Enough is enough. Do it today, not tomorrow. Do not procrastinate on you, your hopes, your dreams, your freedom. If you are an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, you feel this and say, enough is enough, because it's possible that this bill could get through. It is necessary that we band together as Americans. We know it's hard to fight all the way up to Goliath, but this is what we know. It can be done for you and for me. So we say, no more, no more, no more. Enough is enough. So DM me on Instagram or Facebook. It's JODEE Nylander-Bear. On Instagram, it's at Health Coach Jody. If you need to reach out to me, just do this in this feed. I will see this private message me on Facebook. Go ahead and DM me on Instagram, because together we are stronger than we are separately. The power of intention. When you act without tension, but in tension, and when you act with full intention, there are no regrets. Join me in the fight for American freedom. If not now, then when? If not you, then who? And if not this, then what? Now, spelled backwards, is W-O-N. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me in this fight and plight for the American right.